Stella? Babe, my baby sister. Liz, what's the matter with you? He's left? Saying yes. Will he be back? He's gone to get the car grease. Why? Why? I've been half crazy, Stella. When I found out you've been insane enough to come back in here after what happened, I started to rush in after you. Blanche, please sit down and stop yelling. All right, Stella. Repeat the question quietly now. How could you have come back in this place last night? Why, you must have slept with him. Blanche, I've forgotten how excitable you are. Please, you're making too much of a fuss about this. Am I? Yes, you are, Blanche, and I know I must have things to you, and I'm awful sorry it had to happen, but it wasn't anything I do because you should take it. In the first place, when men are drinking and playing poker, anything can happen. It was a powder keg. He didn't know what he was doing. He was good as a lamb when I came back, and he's really very, very ashamed of himself. And that makes it alright? No, it isn't alright for anybody to make such a terrible row. But people do sometimes. It is always my thing. On our wedding night, as soon as we came in here, he snatched off one of my slippers and brushed about the place, smashing the light bulbs with it. He did. What? He smashed all the light bulbs with the heel of my slippers. And you let him? Didn't run, didn't scream? I was sort of thrilled by it. Eunice and you had breakfast. Do you suppose I wanted any breakfast? There's some coffee on the stove. You're so matter-of-fact about it, Stella. What other can I be? He's taking the radio to get it fixed. It didn't land on the pavement, so only one tooth was smashed. And you're standing there smiling? What do you want me to do? Pull yourself together and face the facts. What are they in your opinion? In my opinion, you're married to a madman. No? Yes, you are. Your fix is worse than mine is. Only you're not being sensible about it. I'm going to do something. Get a hold of myself and make myself a new life. Yes? But you've given in. And that isn't right. You're not old. You can get out. I'm not in anything I want to get out of. What, Stella? I said I'm not in anything I have a desire to get out of. Look at the mess in this room and those empty bottles. They went to 2 cases last night. He promised me this morning that he was going to quit having his poker party, but you know how long such a promise is going to keep? Oh well, it's his pleasure. Like mine is movies and bridges. People have to tolerate each other's habits, I guess. I don't understand you. I don't understand your indifference. Is this the Chinese philosophy you cultivated? Is what? The shuffling about and mumbling. One tooth smashed, beer bottles, mess in the kitchen. As if nothing out of the ordinary has happened. Are you deliberately shaking that broom in my face? No. Stop it. Let go of that broom. I won't have you cleaning up for him. And who's going to do it? Are you? I? No, I didn't think so. Oh, let me think. If only my mind would function. We got to get hold of some money. That's the way out. I guess that money is always nice to get a hold of. Listen to me. I have an idea of some kind. Do you remember Shapali? Of course you remember Shapali. I went out with him at college and wore his pin for a while. Well, I ran into him last winter. You know I went to Miami during the Christmas holidays? No. Well, I did. I took a trip as an investment, thinking of meeting someone with $1 million. Did you? Yes, I ran into Shapali. I ran into him on Biscayne Boulevard on Christmas Eve, about dusk, getting into his car, kind of like a convertible. Must have been a block long. I should think it would have been inconvenient in traffic. You heard of oil wells? Yes, remotely. He has them all over Texas. Texas literally spouting gold in his pockets. My. You know how indifferent I am to money. I think of money in terms of what it does for you. But he could certainly do it. Do what, Blanche? Why, set us up in a shop. What kind of shop? Oh, a shop of some kind. He could do it. With half of what his wife throws away at the races. He's married? Honey, would I be here if the man weren't married? How do I get Western Union? Operator, Western Union. That's the xylophone, honey. I can't dial. I'm too... Just dial O. O? Yes, O for operator. Give me a pencil. Where's the slip of paper? I've got to write it down first. The message, I mean... Let me see now. Darling Chef, sister and I in desperate situation. I beg your pardon? Sister and I in desperate situation. We'll explain details later. Would you be interested in... You never get anywhere with direct appeal. Don't be so ridiculous, darling. But I'll think of something. I've got to think of something. Don't laugh at me, Stella. Please. I want you to look at the contents of my purse. Here's what's in it. 65 Nisan cents in coins of the realm. Daddy doesn't give me a regular allowance. He likes to pay bills himself. But this morning he gave me $10 to smooth everything over. Here, you take 5 of the blank. I'll keep the rest. Oh no, Stella. I know how it helps your morals just to have a little pocket money on you. No, thank you. Oh, take the street. talk sense. How did you happen to get so low on funds? Money just goes. It goes places. Sometimes today, I've got to get hold of a Bruno. I'll fix you one now. Not yet. I've got to keep thinking. I wish you just let things go, at least for a while. Stella, I can't live with him. You can. He's your husband. But how can I stay here with him after last night, with just curtains between us? Blanche, you saw him at his worst last night. On the contrary, I saw him at his best. What such a man has to offer is animal force, and he gave a wonderful exhibition of that. But the only way to live with such a man is to go to bed with him, and that's your job, not mine. After you rested a little, you'll see it's going to worn out. You don't have to worry about anything while you're here. I mean, expenses. I have to plan for us both, to get us both out. You take it for granted that I am in something I want to get out of. I take it for granted that you still have sufficient memory of Belle Freeze to find this place and these poker players impossible to live with. But you're taking entirely too much for granted. I can't believe you're in earnest, you know? I understand how it happened. A little. You saw him in a uniform, an officer. Not here, but I'm not sure it would have made any difference where I saw him. Now, don't say it was one of those mysterious electric things between people. If you do, I'll laugh in your face. I'm not going to say anything more about it at all. Alright then. But there are things that happen between a man and a woman in the dark that sort of makes being unimportant. What you're talking about is brutal desire, just desire. The name of that rattled streetcar that bangs through one quarter, up an old, narrow street, and down another. Have you ever ridden on that streetcar? It brought me here, where I'm not wanted, where I'm ashamed to be. Then don't you think your superior is a bit out of place? I'm not being or feeling superior, Stella. Believe me, I'm not. It's just this is how I look at it. A man like that is someone to go out with once, twice, 3 times when the devil's in you. But live with, have a child by, I have told you I love him. That I tremble for you, I just tremble for you. I can't help your trembling if you insist on trembling. May I speak plainly? Yes, do go ahead, as plainly as you want to. Well, if you forgive me, he's common. Well, yes, I suppose he is. Suppose? You can't have forgotten that much about our upbringing, Stella. That you just suppose that any part of a gentleman's in his nature? Not any particle, no. Oh, if he was just ordinary, just plain, but good and wholesome, but no. There's nothing downright bestial about him. You're hating me saying this, aren't you? Go on. Say it all, Blanche. He acts like an animal, has an animal's habits, eats like one, moves like one, talks like one. There's even something subhuman, something not quite yet to the stage of humanity yet. Yes, something ape-like about him. Like one of those pictures I've seen in anthropological studies. Thousands and thousands of years have passed him right by, and there he is, Stanley Kowalski, survivor of the Stone Age, bringing the raw meat home from the killing in the jungle. And you're here, waiting for him. Maybe he'll strike you, or maybe kiss you. That is, if kisses have been discovered yet. Night falls and the other apes gather. There, in front of the cave, all grunting like him, and swilling and nagging and hawking, this poker night, you call it, this party of apes. Somebody growls, some creature snatches at something, the fight is on. God, maybe we are long away from being made into God's image. But Stella, my sister, there has been progress since then. Such things as art, poetry, and music, such kinds of new lights have come into the world since then. In some kinds of people, some tender feelings have been some little beginning that we have to make grow, and cling to and hold on as our flag in the dark march towards whatever is approaching. Don't hang back with the brutes.
Hey, Stella.
Stanley? Still on it.
Hi, Stella. Blanche back?
Yes, she's back.
Hi, Blanche.
You must have gotten under the car.
The dark priest, the number mechanics at the priest, one of the ash from Hey.